EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. 120! Right. Hey, let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here.
James has got it. Complete. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Here we go.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Here we go. Go. 11.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. He's going to look deep down. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 57 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's third down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He's got Sanu. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45. To throw again is Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 44 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know that.
Touchdown, 49ers! Matt Breida, 70 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there, Ryan to Jones, 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. On 1st down, here's Breida. They find some open field here. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
From the 27, Ryan. It's hauled in by Hardy. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
Check. What twist? What? Check.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Ready? 25.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Bryant's extra point up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready, get ready. Get ready. Check, watch 54, watch 54. I got it. Watch the ship. Ready,
on first and 10, it's Ryan. Caught by Sanu. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Ready. Check 25. Hey, wait. Check 25.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's into the clear. The 20. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Let's go, defense.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. D Ford in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. 4th down, here's Ryan. And this one brought in by Sanu. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes...
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
To try again after the sack. Ryan to the goal line, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Garoppolo now. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 1st down, San Francisco, the pickup, 14 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They run for it with Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th.
25. Coming this way, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Here's Sanu on the catch. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd and short. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. DeForest Buckner drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And now here is another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons' defense yet again drops him behind the line. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Garoppolo, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Garoppolo. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach...
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 62 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Let's get off the field. Ready to go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now Garoppolo. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep right. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now...
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.
It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. These trips I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. At your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining, I gotta change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day they pay, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm on it.